Hi, it's Jeannie here, and I am going to kind of touch base with everyone and let you know what I've been doing this summer. I've been going on numerous road trips, and I've had kind of a quiet week this week. I've been gone for a long time, and just kind of working with the junk materials I'm finding. Whoop, I'm going to let the dog out. Working with some junk materials that I'm finding just wherever I'm staying. And I did make one trip to the dollar store and bought a few embellishments, not knowing really how much I would use or how much I would need, and I can't carry anything home with me, so I didn't want to buy too much. So anyway, I did a video on one other junk journal that I made out of these photo envelopes. This is the old envelopes that used to come when you took your pictures, you took a roll of film in, and you had your pictures developed, and they gave you the negatives and the pictures in this large envelope. Well, I had a bunch of them here at my daughter's. We were tossing them out, and I thought, maybe I'll make a junk journal out of that. And she liked hers, so I made another one, and I took it with me. And so for the last 3 weeks now, I've been adding to it and playing with it and reading it, and it's already getting worn out. But I really love it, and it's a mess. It's everything a junk journal is supposed to be, because it's made out of junk and it's full of junk, and I've journaled in it, and it's just precious to me now, even though it looks like a big mess. But it's gotten fatter and fatter, and now even when half the time when I set it down, it just flops open. But I have a nice little band here somewhere, and I use this band just to keep it closed when I carry it anywhere with me. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. And just a quick flip through, I'm just taking these first few pages to put things in that I did before I left on my trip on July 11th. And I took 2 or 3 road trips ahead of time. It was still summer, so I just saved these first few pages. One of the first things we did when we were here is, not we, me, myself, and I. One of the first things that I did when I got here is I stayed with a friend of mine, and I started working on some journals at her house. And then by the end of the week, we went down to Gatlinburg with my family. I have 2 sons, 2 daughters, and their spouses and grandkids, and we all had a weekend at Gatlinburg. And so this is the map. This paper here is the map to the cabin, and I added this extra just recently when I was working on it. And there was bears and beautiful flowers everywhere in Gatlinburg. We rented a log cabin, and while we were there, we went to the Lumberjack Adventure Show. I did some journaling there. This was the front porch, and it wasn't our front porch, but this is the view you had from a front porch. But our cabin was called A Glimpse of Heaven. A Little Glimpse of Heaven was the name of our cabin. And we realized as soon as we got there why, because we only got just a glimpse of this view. But we did have wonderful porches. We had 3 beautiful porches. I went on the sky lift. I was the only one who went on the sky lift. I went by myself, and I thoroughly enjoyed every second of it. I have a video of that too. I may put that up. This is when we went to the Lumberjack Adventure Show, the Dolly Parton show. It was fun. It wasn't great. I mean, there's just so much more I would have done with this show. But we all had a good time. It was a great meal, and it was very, very fun to go to. This is my 2 sons, my daughters-in-law, and myself. And then my 2 daughters here, their husbands, and the 4 grandkids. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're mixed up. But anyway. And there they are together. These 2 belong to my oldest daughter, and these 2 belong to my second oldest daughter. Anyway, here is the map for where our cabin was. We thought we were renting a cabin in the Smoky Mountains. We found out we were in a cabin subdivision. And once you're inside the cabin, you don't really realize you're in a subdivision. But nevertheless, I probably wouldn't go back and do that again. Here's some pictures of my father-in-law's place in Kentucky. Just added a few things. This was great. Somehow when I put this together, it defaulted to this, and it's a great place to store a pen. It's absolutely perfect. You don't even have to clip it on the outside. You clip it on the inside. I already need more glue on this. I love gluing that. That's nice. But there's such deep pockets. You can put so much in there. This is a little Rip Van Winkle my father-in-law painted on the side of his barn. August 6th, probably one of the best days on my trip. I just really, really loved it. Then after that, I went back to my friend's house in Dayton, and we went on a trip to a casino. And we stayed 3 days at a casino, and we just had a lot of fun there. And this is where I actually put together most of this book. Was during the downtime when we weren't playing at the casino. And anyway, but since then I've been journaling and trying to remember every little fun thing that happened while I was up here. I did take a lot of road trips. I went to Gatlinburg, Indiana, we went to Pennsylvania, and to West Virginia, all for 2 to 3 days each. So sad. My son's friend, Alex, passed away while we were here, and so we had a funeral to go to, and that was sad. I did a little origami for him, sunflower for Alex, and did some journaling about that, and a little rose. Very, very sad. Alex was a big part of our family and stayed with us most of his senior year. So he was very, very close to the family. Anyway, just a tag from my son's new shirt that he picked up, the Star Wars shirt. Some more journaling pages. These, a friend of mine, a new pen pal, Oni, sent me these in her first letter. And this is perfect. Best trip ever. Some journal cards, some cultural customs, a nice little bucket list here, and my most memorable events while I was away. So of course I'm waiting to fill this out when I get home, where I can really think about it and do a good job. I was really happy to get those. Thank you, Oni. Just tags, and I colored the backs of most of them with some sort of watercolor, just because they were so much easier to write on with the watercolor. I was gifted some stamp materials, so I tried that. I found out is they're kind of hard to write on the backs of those without the watercolor. So I just put some watercolor on the backs of most of the cards, and found out they're much easier. These are fun things about the West Virginia trip that I wrote about. Went to lunch at a very nice cafe in Cincinnati. Kept some postcards. Here's this is a letter I got from Moni while I was here, which is nice. A bag from the candy store on one of our trips because we were looking and looking for a candy store. And there's a backstory behind that. And some more journaling things. Key things to the Rising Star Casino. Some papers I might use later. This was around the box of candy that I bought. And this page has all the stuff from my Carew Towers thing, which I actually did a blog post on. I don't know if you know where my blog is, but you can see the pictures there. Some journaling pages here. We went to see The Secret Life of Pets while I was here. Anyway, it's really, this is some of the notes that I took as I did some genealogical research, because my family is from Ohio, from up in the Lima area. I really liked doing the watercolors on the backs of these. And I need to put a hole in there and some ribbon for my tags. And then I just covered the back that way. In the front I kind of left as it was, but put a little picture on the front. But that's what I've been doing. That's my junk journal for my summer vacation. And it's definitely junky. Some of the other things that I've been doing is I've just been playing, because I have some free time, so I've been playing around with a few little art pages and had some fun with this. I love how it feels. I love the torn sides. I may leave those, but left some background stuff on the back of this. I'll do these pages later. This is really the only one, the only one that's finished. This one I like, but it just looks awkward to me. It doesn't look like an art page. So I'm not really happy with this, but it does, it's just kind of my vacation where we had lots of pizza. Everybody had pets. There was birds, dogs, cats, a lot of happy times. Uncomfortable walking shoes, and dressing up for different occasions. And then this I'll do something on the back with this. And basically I'm just playing with materials that I'm finding. Oh, I should put this on here, because you know, I just wonder, just what am I going to do with this? But I just love my little journal. I'm really happy with that. While we were in Gatlinburg, we had our picture taken, and I showed you those pictures, and they came inside these folders, these big folders. Lumberjack folder. Anyway, I just covered the fronts of them. I thought I'll punch these three together and put them together and do something with these. So I just was playing around with these last night, and I covered these up because these will be pages. This is actually the front of it, and I put something in here and the back, and this is the back of this one. I don't know if you can see the Dalmatian in there, and that, and I have to still do something for the inside. But I thought, oh, this would be a cute idea. I will definitely, because it's so sturdy, it'll be nice to keep. I just will make pockets here. I will cut this probably so that these are pockets, and I can keep artwork inside these. And this will be fun for me. Now, what would I choose for my front one? Probably this one. This is my favorite. I like how that one turned out. And that's very cute. That could be a cute one too for the cover. Here's the scoop. But anyway, I took these pictures all from Martha Stewart and what was the other magazine? Real Simple. So anyway, that's what I've been doing, and I'm having a good time. And I'm going to end this a little awkwardly, but goodbye. The end.